Welcome to Blank Systems training video for a Concept Pro H.264 DVR. The training video today is going to show you how to search for an incident and back it up to a CD or memory stick. All the functions on this DVR can be accessed via the front panel of the DVR using the buttons, or easier to use the mouse which is provided with the DVR. Okay, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing the training with the using the mouse. Okay, first of all, as I move the mouse, you'll notice these buttons appeared at the bottom of the screen here. I will just show you what these do. So you've got the power or log off button, the date and time of the current date and time, make sure that's always correct, because that will affect how you search for something, because if you're out, the time's not going to marry up. The menu, archive, search, display, PTZ, log. You've got a record button here which usually is not highlighted. Also you've got these two computers. If that's ticked and not crossed, that means your network, someone's viewing your CCTV. And override means that it's got to its full capacity and it's just deleting the last bit of the oldest footage by the second. If it's a new DVR, this should probably be at, I don't know, it start from 1%, go up to 99, and go to overwrite. Okay, so first of all we're going to search for an instance. So we're going to go to the search button. It brings up the search field box. On the left hand side you've got a calendar. This is where you can select the year, forward or backwards, the month you're trying to look for the data, forward or backwards, and then the 31-day calendar. For every day you've got recording, you would be highlighted in blue. So for this purpose we're going to pick the 13th. When you click the 13th you see it highlights in a darker blue. You've got a 24-hour clock along the top here and a green bar. So to get to a time, you just either grab the green bar and drag it to the time you require, or you can just double click on the underneath the time bar you want. So it's 1400 for example. Okay, so we're going to 12 o'clock. These channel 1 to 4, and if it's 8 channel machine or 16 channel machines, that would go down. It's exactly the same. You've got blue constant lines here. Now if for any reason these lines have got breaks in them, it's two reasons really. Either a camera's not working properly and it keeps going on and off, or you're set on some sort of schedule which it's not recorded in periods of time of the day. So just be aware of that if you're searching for a date or time and there's not a solid bar through that time, you're not going to be able to find it. Okay, so now go to play button, and as you can see now we're playing back the 13th for the 7th 2011 at 12 o'clock. You've got another lot of icons here. You've got a display button which goes through each individual camera and then back to the 4, rewind, play backwards, pause, play forward, fast forward, archive, and return. Okay, so an instance happened, we've watched it, we've took a note of the start date and start time of the incident and the end date and end time of the incident. We're going to need this for the next stage. Okay, so return out of that window and go to close. Now if you go down to the archive button now, this is where we're going to burn the data and images to a DVD or USB stick. Okay, by clicking to archive, it'll bring up the archive box. First of all you need to name the tag name. So I usually just put the date of the incident. If you're burning lots of incidents or lots of data, it sometimes can just be helpful to be able to locate the disk faster if you forgot to write in front of it. You just pop it in the drive and it'll come up with the name or the date. So I've tagged that. Now you're going to do the from date. For this purpose I know we'll just go back to the 13th again so we know that data is available. Just to be aware that when you're clicking down through the days, it can take a while just to refresh itself, because it's just checking to make sure the data exists. If you're trying to back up a large amount of data, I don't know, if the police have come in and asked you to back up, 12 hours of all cameras, it's best to break the recording down into chunks. I always find it's best to record one camera for a longer period of time rather than several cameras for a shorter period of time. It's just easier to navigate your way through the recordings after. So I would just suggest, if you want camera number 4, 5 and 6, you just do one at a time for the whole period of time, or to the maximum size you can fit onto a disc. As you can see, this is just a 4-channel DVR, because you've got the channels to the left hand side there. If this is an 8-channel or 16-channel machine, you would find all that'd be extra on this screen would be the extra channels, which would go down further. Okay, so I've clicked 12 o'clock there. I'm just going to put this down to 12. So if we just do 5 minutes here. Okay, now you need to select what cameras you want. If you click all, that'll unselect all the cameras, and say, for example, for this, we just have camera number 2, and then we must query this. When we query this, this checks to make sure the data we're looking for exists on hard drives and tells you the file size. So this is 24.7 megabytes. Most standard DVDs are 4.7 gigabytes, but be honest, I wouldn't probably store more than 2 to 3 gig on a CD, because you can get burning errors on CDs quite easy. It's just quicker. For some reason, if the date or time or the information above here is wrong and you change it, you just need to push the release button first, which allows you then to change them times. Okay, so now we're going to go to burn, and you see the tag names there, the device we're burning to, which is a DVD or CD. If you use these up and down arrows, if you're using a memory stick, that will find that. Okay, so now we're going to go to start. Okay, this can take a bit of time really, all depending on how much data you're trying to back up and how many cameras. We're only backing up one camera for 5 minutes, and this is going to take probably a couple of minutes to do. So you can appreciate, if you're doing several cameras for 3 or 4 hours, it can take quite a while. So just be patient. You can't do nothing else while this process is being carried out. When it gets up to 100%, it will now finalise the disc, just to make it readable for your PC. And once the finalising has been done, the disc will eject itself, so you know it's successful, and also come up with a message on the screen like this: burning success. Okay, so just click OK, take your disc out of the drawer, and that's your data done. Just a small tip on the back of the disc now, if you turn it over, you'll notice there's a darker line on the back of the disc. That's the data you've burnt to the disc. So it's just a quick way of just checking to make sure there is some data on the disc. But it's always best to pop it in a PC and just make sure it has backed up fine, just for peace of mind really. Okay, yep, this is a training video brought to you by Blank Systems. If you have any questions relating to this video, you can contact us on info@blanksystems.co.uk. Thank you for watching.